Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Fly High Fridays.
Where them girls be squawking. So, we're back with another episode. Why? Because it's Friday.
You
and
made
this
it
is
another week.
Fly High Fridays, right? So, we're back. And this week, for me has been a normal week. I would consider it a normal week. My normal week is just making sure that I'm staying on my morning routine, making sure that I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and literally enjoying every moment of the steps that I take, moving forward, right, day by day. So when I say a normal week, it's just the fact that have I been keeping up with what I've been saying that I was gonna do?
Staying consistent.
Staying consistent.
Cool business. Same week. Consistent, and I guess you could say the beginning of the weeks I was able to figure out what that roller coaster was that I kept telling y'all about that literally started the week off, and ever since then I've just been staying consistent. Today I did realize that I could take away from things in my routine as well as add on, and then again just staying consistently in the moment and present and being thankful in that moment. So great week for me.
Yeah. I don't think y'all understand how important it is to stay in the moment, right? And, let's talk about it. That's basically kind of what I wanted to talk about, which is the 6 higher faculties, Fly High Fridays. So a reason on definitely why I had to bring this to our channel. Because these are things that we do, that we're already tapped into. And I just feel like this is, if we stay aware of these things and it's on camera and it's documented and we go back and we're able to hear exactly what we said, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely be in the 6 higher faculties, which is just meaning above your senses, above what we see, taste, hear. What's the other senses?
See,
touch,
taste.
I said see, taste, hear, touch.
What's that 5th one?
And whatever other sense, smell. All your senses. Guess what? I want you to deny them.
Yeah.
I want you to deny your senses and go into these 6 higher faculties that Nano brought to us this week, because that's who I like to listen to. If you've been on BY.R.D Talk journey, you know that we basically kind of get our self-development from him. And I also just whoever resonate with me. I do listen to other people. And I'm actually, I always like to put my little perception in it anyway. So I'm gonna still put my perception in it.
I don't listen to Nano on my own. I do listen to him when Kandice pulls him out, and he definitely has been resonating every morning. Every morning she's listening to, and she's definitely consistent. Okay, I can vouch for her on that. But I'm thankful for her for doing that, because like I said, what he's been spitting these past couple of days when I do catch him has definitely been resonating. The person I would say I listen to is Debbie L. London. She got her own podcast, God and a Gram, and definitely speaks a lot on the spiritual journey, and I don't know, she's just been on it. We've been on it's like, and I don't even listen to her on like the day-to-day basis, y'all.
Yeah.
I like randomly just pick her up and decide to listen to her, and it just be hitting every time. It'd be exactly what I need to hear in that exact moment, and I am thankful for her doing that. So shout out to her, Debbie L. London. Okay, yeah. Check her out.
It's a podcast.
Yes.
Where can you find her?
On Apple Podcasts, or even, you know what? She just started her YouTube channel, Healing the Roots. So you can definitely check her out there.
And you can check out Mornings with Nano if you are just, seeing this video and haven't seen any others. You can check out Nano right on YouTube. Mornings with Nano. MWN. Mornings with Nano. You can, I think it's Nano Torres, NENO Torres, TORRES, right on YouTube. So if you're wanting a daily, self-development, you can give him a try, see if he, resonates with you, or God in the Ground, either one.
Check them both out.
Check them both out.
They both sit well with my soul, so why not yours too?
Yes. And let's talk about it, right? I want to talk about being in the spiritual realm, thinking above, thinking higher than what we normally, averagely would think, and denying our senses, denying what we see, denying what we touch, denying what we taste. Literally denying those things and actually looking past those things, your senses, looking past your senses. And number one was perception. The 6 higher faculties. Number one is perception. Change the way I look at things, so things I look at change. Do we see the glass half full, or do we see the glass half empty? What is your perception of things? I'm so glad that was number one, because that's the biggest one of them all. And that's really what truly matters, is your perception of things.
Yeah. And
what you believe in and what resonates with you. I had to really come to a conclusion with, there is not a wrong or right answer, Kandice. It's just about making the decision that I believe in.
That best resonates with you.
And so when I realized that perception really played a part in my life, really, and I do that already. I do that now. I've been doing that. If I could say, if I could be honest. And so it's just really perceiving things how you want to see them. And like I said in a previous video, sometimes it's okay to try to see things in a more optimistic way, a more positive way. It's easy to look at things in a negative way. Easy. We do it all the time. We see it all the time. But if you are chosen one, if you hear and you listening to this, you are chosen. And your mindset is different and you want more. And that's why we resonate with you. That's why we vibrate with your type of energy, because that's what we're about over here.
I was watching a TikTok earlier today. I forgot the lady's name, though. I'm going to have to bring her back up. But she was stating that for every positive thought, there's a negative thought. Mm-hmm. It's just really what you're putting your energy towards. Yeah. So definitely, if you are, instead of looking at what the reality is showing, right? Say your bank account in the negatives. You can't look at that. You have to look at what you know in your heart, that that money's going to come. Yeah. Whatever, something's coming. Something's going to come in where you're going to get to work and be able to make that money. You can't look at your reality, because that's going to continue to keep you in that poor mindset. Not even poor, but in the lack mindset.
There we go.
That I constantly need more. And it's really, you just got to stop looking at it. Ignore it. I was related to other videos earlier this week. Is you damn near got to be in denial about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said deny your senses. I said it. That's what we're doing.
Yes.
We're denying them. That's exactly what we're doing.
Then ran across another video. If you are connected to Source, if you're connected to God, and you trust and believe that, right? Everything else is just, any obstacle you have to actually go through is an illusion.
Yeah.
It's what you have to end up realizing. So, align perfectly for this week.
Perfect.
Thank you for the confirmation.
It's all about perception.
Yeah.
The last thing before I move on, with perception, because I don't want to take too long on each one, is 6 of them. But the last thing that I wanted to touch on perception is for people who are in religious areas. I am Christian, okay? I do want to confirm that. And when I confirm that, that means I do believe in the Bible. I do believe in what it's saying in there. And the reason why I believe it is because I haven't seen any factual events happen up until this day of my age of living, of anything of being not factual out of that book. And so the Bible is just what we call it. It's a book. It has a cover on the front, it has a cover on the back, and pages in between. And so therefore, my perception of the Bible is what I believe it to be. But I believe it to what it is, and not what I think it is, right? I'm actually believing the stories that is coming out of that book, whether who wrote it, I don't care who wrote it, but it was wrote in its own paper, and I believe the stories in there because I haven't seen no other reason on not to believe it. Because all of those things that's in the Bible has happened. The Bible never said it was perfect, because life is not perfect. We as humans are not perfect.
Nothing new is being done under the sun.
Exactly. And so therefore, my argument alone about being Christian is the fact that I believe in that book, because it's the same. It's not really a difference between any other book, because it's about perception.
Yeah.
I perceive that the Bible is correct because it has not proven me wrong.
Yeah.
And that's my only argument for that. And that's the reason why I am Christian. And I'm not going to argue with anybody about nothing else. So
you shouldn't have to.
So that's just what I got to say about that. And that's what I mean when I say perception and perceiving things. I perceive the Bible as true. So I perceive myself as Christian. That's it.
Yes.
Simple as that. I don't have any other arguments.
Can I say
of course.
I want to give just my perception on it, because I love that. And I actually don't consider myself Christian. I believe more in just the relationship, but I'm growing to love the Bible, okay? Because the stories in it, she's definitely right. There's nothing new done under the sun. Every book stemmed from the Bible. It's just... what is, again, your perception of what you're choosing to believe in, but I also believe that it's going deeper and really having a relationship with God. And so no, I don't look at religion at all. I really just look at how is your relationship with yourself and God. How is that, or your source? But yes, that's it. That was just my perception.
Yeah. And number 2 is reason. The thoughts and ideas that come into our minds, I am consciously aware of them, being present, and accepting or rejecting that idea or thought into my reality. Because I've said this before, what we think, we can hold in our hands, okay? What we think can become our reality. So if you believe you're going to get that position, trust and believe me, you're going to get that position. With hard work and dedication that you got, sis, bruh, you're going to get it. It's deserving of you. And if you don't get it, it's because of divine protection. It's not because it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for you. That's all that is. That's all that means. Is that it's a greater thing that
Okay.
God is trying to put you in front of. That's really it. So we got to take things not so personally and just say, you know what, I didn't need that position, because if I would have got it, I would have been stuck in that position thinking that was what was for me,
Yeah.
when it really truly wasn't. So it was really my divine protection that protected me from getting that position that I thought I deserved, and actually waiting on God.
And actually, I was just about to say that it's once you start to build that connection, that relationship, and you really start to align with what is for you. It'll already come up to you. It'll just align itself for you. So I feel like, me personally, because I was going to say everybody, but I don't know everybody. I don't know what y'all going through. But me personally, I know I was distracted a lot of the time. So I thought I needed to go here, or needed to do this, or need to work this job, do this, be a supervisor here, do that. But it got me further away from my purpose and my path and what Jazzmen, needed to do for her life and her journey. Mm-hmm. And so with me building my connection with God, I am learning to, like you said, wait on God, mm-hmm. and allow Him to bring that to me. I've worked hard. I am waiting for that next adventure, that next, and it's going to be big. Yeah. And that's what I'm claiming. I'm staying on the positive thoughts, no matter what, staying disciplined in the positivity.
Yeah, and that's all it's about. Reason, again, the thoughts and ideas that come into my mind, and I am consciously aware of them. I'm being present, and I'm either accepting that idea that I have at that moment, or I'm rejecting that idea that I have at that moment because of my goals at hand, right? Is this idea really towards my goal, or is this idea just a distraction, right? That's really it, right? Number 3 is, and before I move on, reason, I put an example on here that Nano has said that I really like, because we fly high Fridays. And so he was saying that I am no longer a chicken, but a eagle, right? Chickens can't fly, eagles do. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I gotta move on. Number 3 is the will, the ability to focus on an idea to the exclusion of everything else. A lot of us don't have this. We say we do, but we don't. How long can I focus on one idea until it's accomplished? Have you ever wrote down a goal and said, guess what? I'm going to save me $10 by Friday. Okay, it's Monday today, and listen, I'm going to make sure I got $10 by next Friday. Okay, by Friday. Let's say it's Monday, right? Have you ever just waited the 5 days to actually see if you can accomplish that goal so you can check it off?
That's something as simple as that.
And anything, keeping in mind, anything that I give attention to will grow. It's like a plant. Literally, it's like a plant. When you water that plant, it's gonna grow. When you show it attention, it's gonna grow, right? So that's the same thing with your thoughts, honey. When you're thinking on something, thinking on it, and I want you to remember this, whether it's in a negative or a positive way. Negative or a positive way. It's gonna grow, and that's gonna become your reality. If you steady saying, oh my God, I'm so broke. I just seem to cannot catch up.
You're speaking into existence.
Guess what, honey? You're going to remain broke because your mindset is in a broke mindset. You steady saying it. You steady thinking about being broke. You have to change your words. You have to start saying and having the willpower to say, guess what? That Jazzmen told me a long time ago, it ain't just hit my bank account yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just not there yet. I know I'm seeing these gas prices in my bank account right now. But it just ain't hit my bank account yet.
That's it.
Right? It's being optimistic. It's just being a little more positive towards the goal that you've set for yourself. We all set goals for ourselves, and not all of us, but for the people, for the chosen ones, that set goals for ourselves. You must understand that you have to have the will to do the goal, right?
Yeah.
And so that way, and so that's why you have to set smaller goals. Too many of us try to set goals that quantum leaps goals, right? Goals that we just trying to
steps, baby faith to get to the bigger faith, the crazy faith.
Okay,
start
like
off here, then work your way up.
Like that's all I'm saying. Like that's all I'm saying. You gotta just start off small, and that's what I had to figure out the hard way. I was trying to take quantum leaps, and I had to figure out, Kandice, chill out. Like let's be consistent with this, goal, and then we'll move on to the next level. Just because we are human, and it's easy for us to go back into the mud.
Yes.
Right. So gotta just be patient with yourself, right? We have to tap into the will. Okay. A lot of us say we have it, but we really don't have it. Will is, again, the ability to focus on an idea to the exclusion of everything. That means nothing is getting in your way. You said you was the #1 poet in the world, and you not letting nothing get in your way. You not letting family, you not letting friends, you not letting the devil, you not letting nothing get in your way. You hear me? I hate to say that man's name, but because we're gonna have to find another name for him. But listen, you're not letting nothing come in your way. You're not letting nothing, stand in your way. You have the will.
Yeah.
You have the will.
Yes, ma'am.
4 is memory. Memory is important because it's the ability to store into and remember it when we need it.
Yeah.
Info, I said into. The ability to store info and remember it when we need it.
And see, I need that one. That's the one.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Because what you don't, because my daughter says it a lot, right? I forgot. I forgot. So when you say that a lot, and you saying that to God, and you saying that to the universe, and you saying that out loud a lot, it's just telling the universe and God that you're not really ready for what it is that's coming your way.
Say that.
Because you can't even remember your morning routine. You saying you forgot. You can't even remember when to eat. You saying you forgot.
You forgot. Oh,
so
you
saying,
so you don't need to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Important life things. You see what I'm saying? Like, we will put ourselves on the back burner.
Yep.
For things that aren't valuing our goals, and we have to step out of that.
Our happiness.
We have to step out of that, and we have to gain a stronger memory. That was just my perception, right? Nano said it in a different way, but my perception of memory is remember something. Okay, remember those specific quotes that resonate with your life. Remember, I'm into numbers. Remember that number that significates with you. Is that a word? I don't know. That, matches with you. Remember those things. When you forget them, when you forget things, remember this quote. Let me see. Did I get it down? To know and not do is to not know at all. Remember that quote. To know and not do is to not know at all. You might as well not even know it. You don't do it.
Oh, I ran across a video like that too, where the person was just like, "Don't sit up here and say you know. Are you doing? Are you acting like you know? Because the way you acted don't show that you know. So what we doing?" Going back to what was that last week when you say sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror. What we doing? You say you know this, so why are you having a panic attack?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You need a timeout? You need a moment?
Yeah. No, for real. For real.
Go back. Cause it's
for real
good.
though.
Really, how are we looking at the glass? Like you said earlier.
Yeah. How are we looking at it?
Is it half full, half empty? What are we looking at?
What's through your lens?
Are we looking at the sunshine over here? I just wrote a poem today, but I can't even. This morning, we were talking about that this morning. Dang, I can't remember it either. But whatever, it's okay. Maybe I'll post it later for y'all. But are you looking at the sun or are you looking at the rain? Hold on, is it gonna come to me, guy? You gonna bring it to me? Hold on. Cause it's real short and simple.
When you're looking at that window,
right?
And the clouds look a little full. It's all about your perception.
Haven't you noticed the sunshine, or have you been battling with the storms within? To even notice it, something like that. Have you noticed the sunshine, or have you been battling with the storms within to notice? It's not even noticed. Dang, I'm gonna have to bring that to y'all because that's not it, but it's along the lines.
Okay, give it to us
this morning, before this even alignment. I'm here for it.
Yeah, but memory is important.
Definitely.
Okay, as you can see,
Literally.
She can't quite remember.
Literally, memory is very.
So that was a very good example.
Looking around like, can I find this phone? No, because we're recording on my other phone, so I can't.
Right.
Yeah, I can't get it right.
But memory is important.
Very important.
And because if to know and not do, you might as well just say you didn't know. You never know it, right? Only makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. So the thing about memory, and to get better at this, if this is something that's not in your area, because it's not in mine, I ain't gonna lie to you, but something that Nano said that could help us is study. Be a student at memory. More reps, the better you will remember things. Mm-hmm. I am currently trying to memorize accurate thinking, which I'm going to tap into that at the end here. Let me get done. This one is some meat and potatoes. Listen, we're going to be a little over time, okay? But we need this because it's a spiritual thing going on, and I'm just right on the wave with everybody else, okay? This whole week has been just spiritual, and I'm just flowing right on in it, okay, with it. And I do resonate with that because, listen, I didn't know, I was just open, right? When I asked my cousin to move with me, I was just open to any ideas that she had. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of the idea that she had. I figured it would work with my lifestyle because I have a kid anyway. I need more room coming from a 1-bedroom. It was just funny how my mindset was so small with me having a kid and everything, and Jazz's mind was so big and she wanted all these big things, and it's just like, okay, sure. I'm open to anything right now. So, and me being open, guess where it led me? It led me to a townhome, 2.5 bed, 2 bath. And I'm super excited, and I'm super grateful for my space. Yes. Never would have thought I would be here today. You know what I'm saying? If I was on my own mindset, you see what I'm saying? You see how God just brings things right in there for you when you're just open. I already made a reel today about that. We just need to be open. That's it.
Open your mind to be endless. You are the only one limiting yourself.
That's it.
Open up.
That's it.
Relax, rest, and open up.
But yeah, imagine. Really, really take some time to imagine the things you want.
I used to say that when I was a kid. As a kid, I used to say if I can imagine it, it's not gonna happen. I can't think if it can't picture it in my head, it's not gonna happen. And I used to be a daydreamer, y'all. I literally daydreamed up my life. That's why I was like, I want a lot, so it with that requires a lot of solitude and mental getting out of this mental prison that I've placed myself in. But I'm out. And I'm fine, baby. So yes. What was the next one?
And that's kind of exactly what I'm saying is tapping into kind of like that kiddie mindset that we used to have, you know, when we were innocent and we just kind of didn't take life serious. You kind of gotta get back to that point when I say imagination, because as adults, you know, our mind wanders and we get distracted and we call that our imagination. No, you need to literally clear your mind and actually visualize what you want in your life. You know, that's what I mean by imagination. And so, and do hear me when I say this could work for you or against you. So again, make sure we're imagining not the broke mindset, but definitely the successful mindset, and you know, moving and elevating in a different type of way.
Yeah.
Number 6, lastly, of our 6 higher faculties is intuition. Our sixth sense. Another way of saying a message from the infinite. Okay, another way of saying God is talking to me. Another way of saying this is my inner insight that cannot be taken lightly or ignored. That gut feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So the real definition of intuition, I had to look it up. I wanted to look it up. Is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. The last thing I said, gut feeling. Intuition. I feel like that's the biggest one, and a lot of us don't follow it. And that's why a lot of us end up in the situations that we be in, you know, because we're just literally not following our gut feeling. You know, we have it. I feel like anything that we have, we should take serious. If you have a gut feeling, if you literally say, I got butterflies in my stomach, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't listen to yourself. And so if you listening to me right now, I'm talking to you. When you feel those butterflies in your stomach, I mean, that without conscious reasoning is telling you that something is going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, spiritually, we're talking about the 6 higher faculties today. Okay, so when aware of this feeling, make sure I'm listening. Whenever you feel that gut feeling, become present. See what's right there.
Yeah.
Become present immediately. You get a butterfly feeling, you need to be looking. You need to be listening to what everybody's saying. You need to be aware. Then you wake up.
Close your eyes.
Immediately.
Open that third eye.
Staying connected to source in this moment. When you become present, when you have that butterfly feeling, I want you to not only become present, but become connected with source and immediately ask him or whoever, what do you need to do? What is it that I need to do in this moment? Why am I feeling this way? Become aware in that moment and really figure out what it is that's going on. Because a lot of times we try to skip it, and that's exactly why we repeat the 5th grade all the time.
Over and over.
You know?
Cycles.
Yeah. And just my overall energy for today, just to wrap it up, because that's all I'm going to say about that. Intuition is just what it is. You know, we got to follow it. Your gut feeling. I want to take that last one, gut feeling. Because I feel like I've heard that from everybody. Everybody has had that gut feeling. So I want to tell you today, if you still here and you listening to this, this is for you. And I'm telling you, if you have a gut feeling and you're in a type of environment, I don't care who around, you make sure you follow it. You make sure you follow it and become present. And just start to really observe. Just kind of shut up for a little bit and just really observe what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And really get connected with your source and really see what it is next that you need to do.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you're not misled. Okay? In that moment, right? And just to sum up the overall energy of what I felt about this topic was just the 2-22-22 goal to right? Goal is focused on staying in a calm energy where worry and fear does not exist. I have to remind myself daily, I have not had my best days ever happen yet. And so when I keep that in mind on a daily basis, I'm understanding and knowing that if I stay connected to these 6 higher faculties and really condition my subconscious to automatically, get into this type of routine, I won't have a worry or a fear. That wouldn't even exist.
You wouldn't even be thinking about the stuff that you
wouldn't even
worried about.
exist.
It's like, what was I worried about? Exactly nothing. You would be in a.
So if you tap into these just 6 little higher faculties, I'm telling you, you would be in a more calm energy, and worry and fear don't even exist in your life.
Yeah.
Rarely ever come up. You know what I'm saying? And just to add, and just to finish this on out, what I'm learning and what I'm reading on a daily basis is how to think accurately by Napoleon Hill. And so I just wanted to share some overall things of just my perception of the 6 higher faculties, and it kind of connected also with the 7 laws of accurate thinking. I'm not going to tell you the 7 laws, but I'm just going to tell you a few things of what I learned about the 7 laws from Napoleon Hill that I'm learning, because I'm still learning, so I just wanted to share a little bit. But study myself carefully, and I may discover that my own emotions are my greatest handicap, and it is easy to believe in, which I wish to believe in. A method that condemns people to eternally fail and to eternal defeat. Also, the method that opens wide the concealed envelope that holds the list of penalties that I must pay for neglecting to take possession of my mind and use them for constructive ends beneficial to myself. So if you want to hear that again, make sure you back that video up and get you some understanding.
Yes.
But that's just the overall summary, and I felt like that again was connected to the 6 higher faculties, and I just feel like when you truly understand what Napoleon Hill just said, again, you won't have no worry, you won't have no fear. You would just be living life accurately, trying to live it accurately. You know what I'm saying? And
not even trying. You should be.
You will
just be living it.
You will be living it accurately. And so, thank you. And so, like when you tap into what we just talked about, it's endless for you. It's endless for you. You're going to become the best you that you ever even seen in your life, and I'm just grateful for it. I'm here for it. I hope you share your story with us. If we were the ones to, inspire you on your journey and of self-development and doing what you was purposely meant to do, it's just a wonderful thing to be a part of and witness, and to see, others
connect with others.
Yeah, resonate with us and just say, hey, BY.R.D Talk was the first place I heard this, and I decided that I was gonna change my life ever since, and that's what we're here for. That's really, one of my main goals, is to inspire somebody, but that's it for me. I just want to remind everybody to be resilient
and driven
every single day of your life. I'm trying to find my notes, and there we go.
Memory to work.
I'm putting it to work right here. Nah, I'm gonna get it right. And if you're still watching, make sure to follow our socials down below. And we actually added a few other things, and we're going to be adding a few other more things in a couple weeks or so. So stay tuned. But for today, we do have Jazzmen's link below. Please buy her book,
yes,
The Reflections of God. And make sure to, if you're into trading or investing, I do have a bot that I just started, and so I have my referral link below. And I am just now a Acorn person, so my referral is also down below. And don't forget to show love, be guided by love, and remain grateful every single moment of your life.
Every second.
Okay, because it's so important.
So important.
And until next Friday. We shall see ya. Remember to, I hope you've been staying strong and grateful from last week. And then now we tapping into the 6 higher faculties. So this week, I just want you to get into that, get connected. Okay? Get connected a little bit. Try to find something other than, TikTok and Instagram. Okay. Try to tap into a higher faculty this week.
Connect with yourself.
That's it. It's me versus me out here, baby.
That's it. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye.